Hello and welcome, brothers. This is going to be my unbagging and initial impressions of the Warhammer 40,000 Codex Adeptus Astartes Deathwatch book. It's just come out. And we'll look at the back, and it's got this model, Watch Captain, who's they haven't released yet, and also the Corvus Blackstar. I do like it when they release books or codexes that have models that aren't released. It sort of helps me with a bit of the hype. First of all, open it up. Got this lovely artwork. They're fighting orcs there. I just love the sort of premise of different chapters sending their best to be part of this chapter, purely for the purpose of hunting Xenos, orcs, Tyranids, whoever. And if you want to find more backstory behind Deathwatch, they do have a novel, quite a thick one, which is a collection of stories. I'm enjoying it so far. Let's have a look. So here they are, surrounded by Tyranids. We'll just go through the book. Wow, that's a really nice, cool image. Wow, that's really cool. Ah, lovely. I love this. I love when they do this. They did it with the Cult Mechanicus Codex and also the Scutari Codex. It just points, it just gives you some information. Look, Artifacts Pattern Bolter. You've got the different rounds: Hellfire, Dragonfire, Kraken, and Vengeance. Mark 8 Battle Plate. Some suits bear backpack mounted Auspicator. Auspicator? Definitely says Auspicator. Auspicator lenses to improve data prescience. I don't know whether that's prescience or prescience. Because it's one word, I'd say it's prescience. I always found it a bit odd because it is science in there, but because it doesn't have that hyphen, it may well be prescience rather than prescience. There you go, Heraldry. The Watch Fortress Thalassa Prime. Structure of the shield. Do you want some kill teams in your kill teams? There's just so many kill teams. You got different watch companies, look, different watch captains. Then you got ancients. There you go. So I'm going to really enjoy reading this a little bit later. Got the artwork from Deathwatch Ignition and Overkill. I think it's the same artwork. Bane of Aliens. There they are. Hammer time against some anime robot. Tau. And here these guys are taking cover from the Eldar trickery. You know that Dark Eldar is just going to get pulverised. So you got the timeline like you do in most codices. He's got his mace and his funky Mohican helmet. And that looks really cool too. So some lovely artwork already. I think this page runs you about 112 pages and it costs, I think it's about 30 quid, which is about average now. Would have been nice if it was 25 because it's only 112 pages, but there we go. There's always been a slow price creep. As the cost of making these things have decreased, they've upped their prices, so they sort of win both sides. Anyway, carry on. Watch Captains, Watch Captain Artemis. So he isn't here, huh? Chaplains and Librarians, Veterans, Vanguard Veterans, Bikers, Terminators, Dreadnoughts. That looks pretty cool. That looks really cool. He's definitely going to shoot that. Well, he has shot that plasma cannon into the Tyranid Carnifex. That's amazing. Little rhinos for transports. This artwork that's at the start of the book when you open it. Here we go, brand new artwork. Yeah, that looks alright. Looks a bit cartoony, but you got the new transport. You got some Wraith Guard. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And these guys don't have jump packs, they're just sort of bundling out to fall on the ground from 30 feet up. You got one of these, which I'm not a huge fan of, where they just copy and paste and then just change the colour slightly. I don't know what it is, I'm just not a big fan of these ones. Forge World do it much better in my opinion. Yeah, these pimped out dudes, Watchmasters. He looks ridiculous. He looks similar to the new one that they've just put out for pre-order. There's Artemis. There's the Corvus Blackstar. Hunters of the Alien. This is a bit where you get a load of pictures of the models. I like that Terminator. I think the Terminators are going to be good. I think it looks like that's a new Terminator helmet, and it looks like there's a different shoulder pad. So I'm thinking that the Terminator box set may well have an extra sprue, because that Power Fist looks different. Here's hoping. I'll have to study it a bit more. Look, I'm not sure whether that's painted. I think that's actually a piece of plastic, and certainly the lightning claw specific to that Space Wolf. Funny feeling the Terminator box set may well have new sprue in there, other than the, you know, the little sprue that I've been talking about. Here we go. Here's some more pictures of them. Yeah, that Power Fist, definitely. I don't think that's standard. And then we've got a yeah. Okay, brilliant. And then you have the models themselves. So you've been calling him Watch Captain all the time, but Artemis is the Watch Captain. He's the Watch Master. Really looking forward to his model. Hopefully they'll put it up for pre-order next weekend. So that means that'll come out 27th then. If today's the 13th, pre-order for the 20th, you'll get it on the 27th. So before the start of September, it'll be out, I'm sure. And the Corvus Black Star with the launcher and these guns at the top. At least I think they're guns. Assault cannons, the missiles, the bays. And then you don't get any of Terminators, which is really quite odd. All you get for Terminators is you literally just get Terminator from Cassius Kill Team. Forces of the Deathwatch. So you've got the Strike Force 2, the data sheets, the War Gear list. Here we go. So you get the Watchmaster. This has already been leaked anyway. It's all over the internet. Got a nice 2+ save, 4 whopping wounds. He's an HQ. He's quite pricey, 175 points. Then you get the Watch Captain, which is just that same Terminator, like I said, that you get in the Start Collecting box set. The only difference, don't let the colour scheme sort of fool you, the only difference is that little eye and his shoulder pad and his face. I don't think you get that face in the little clan pack. None of that's new, none of that area is new. They've just changed the colours. Then you get Chaplain. Obviously that's Cassius right there, but you could just proxy him as a captain. Librarian, again, obviously that's one of the little characters in the box set. So plenty of HQ. And you've got Veterans. So you've got Veterans as troops, 110 points. And you get the 5 veterans, and then they can take all the different special weapons, things like that. 4 veterans may take items from the heavy weapons. So you can have 5 of them. 4 of them can have frag cannons or the combi heavy bolters or whatever. That's really cool. I'll go into this book in detail in my review that I'll try and get out on Wednesday, along with a review of the Deathwatch models. And then I'll probably do the review of the Eldar Harlequin models next weekend on the Saturday, and then I'll do a review of the whole box set the week after on Warhammer Wednesday. That's what I'm planning to do at the moment anyway. Terminators, 1 Terminator. 1 wound, it's just a Terminator. So you can just have a Terminator, but you can have 4 additional at 40 points each, and so on. And you got the Dreadnought, Venerable Dreadnought, Vanguard Veterans. Likewise, they've just got this model of the one from the Overwatch Bikers. Same thing. It would have been nice if they had the squads. It is quite confusing because it says Vanguard Veterans like it says Terminators. Immediately you read that and you think, oh, Vanguard Veterans, so there must be 4 or 5. But actually, Vanguard Veterans covers them, but this model there's only 1 because you can take 1 separate. Unit composition 1. So that's why they've put the model of 1 there and not a group of them. And yes, you would naturally pick the ones from Cassius's kill team. Rhino, Razorback. Remember what I said about the only difference is the upgrade sprue? There it is, folks. That's the only thing extra you get, just these little eyes. Like I said, really disappointed. Would have liked extra doors, maybe something symbol on the heavy bolter or the rear plate. Never mind. Drop pod, nothing's new there. Then this is the Corvus Black Star, under fast attack, 180 points. It's got your new rules in terms of pursuit 3, agility 2, 12 on the front and sides, 11 on the rear. It still makes me wonder why the Xiphon Interceptor is 11, but hey ho. And it can take 12 models in both of those bays. I don't know how on earth they fit, but I'm not sure on the size of this flyer. It might be sort of Storm Raven size. We'll see. It's going to come up on pre-order next weekend, I'm sure. You can bet your dollar that I'll be pre-ordering that, and I'll definitely get a video out. I did wonder about the Hurricane Bolter system on top, and that's actually an upgrade that you can take for 15 points. So you can have Hurricane bolters, you can have 4 Storm Strike missiles, or a Twin Link Black Star rocket launcher, and then you've got assault cannons, but you can change them for the Twin Linked assault cannons. And I think it can reroll Jinx with that Halo launcher, but there we go. Then you've got the Land Raider. Like I said, if you're planning on getting that, the only extra is just the little eyes, and then you get the shoulder pads. Redeemer and Crusader. It's a shame that the Crusader can't take the special ammunition, because that would just be stupid. Then we've got the kill teams. So we've got the Aqua kill team. They can reroll any to wound rolls and armor penetration rolls of a 1. You've got the Fura kill team, or the Furor doctrine. They can reroll any fail to wound rolls and armor penetration that are targeting a unit with the troops battlefield roll, so they're against troops. Venator kill team. They can target fast attack. Dominatus against elites. Malleus against heavy port. Pregatus against the HQ. That looks pretty damn cool right there, I must say. I don't know whether that weapon's in the box, but by God it should be. And this is what I mean about the Terminator models. I have not seen that model yet, so he might be in the Terminator set. Strategy and command team. They can get Furious Charge and so on. But like I say, I'll go through more of this in the review. And then the Watch Company, Decapitation Doctrine, roll to wound, fail to roll to wound against target that includes a Warlord, Psyker or independent character. And then you got the Corvus Dropship Wing, 3 Corvus Black Stars, and then you get a lovely sort of image there. I think that's new right there too. That Cyclone missile launcher with the sort of eagle emblems on the top. The helmet's new with the sword. That cloak and the assault cannon that we saw was new. The lightning claws and the Space Wolf heraldry is new. So I think they may well be getting their own box set. Here's hoping. And then you get the appendix. And it gives you all the mission tactics, all the weapons, the awesome Infernus heavy bolter. You got it's basically a heavy flamer, but an Infernus heavy bolter. The only difference is, instead of heavy 3, it's assault 3. That is assault 3. Storm Strike missiles, you get the Deathwatch shotgun with the 3 different shells. Read that as chiropractor, but it's not, it's crypt clearer round. I'm going to call it chiropractor round from now on. Xeno Purge slug and the Worm's Breath shell. Best AP is 4, but the crypt clearer is has shred, and the Worm's Breath is just assault 1. AP 6. You've got your different special issue ammunition and how it affects each weapon: bolt pistol, bolt gun, stalker pattern. Then you get melee weapons. You've got this heavy thunder hammer, 2-handed, strength 10, pulverize. Basically, wound on a roll of a 6, instant death. You get this cool little item of war gear called the clavis. Basically, you can subtract 1 from weapon skill, ballistic skill, enemy vehicles within 6 inches, and so on. Storm shield still 3+. You can never claim the +1 attack either. And then you've got the relics. You've got some relics here too. It doesn't look like they've got a nice sword or anything like that. And the tactical objectives, and then the weapon profiles of all the units, melee weapons and range weapons at the end, which there always should be. So, nice little codex. I look forward to having an in-depth sort of read of it and getting around to creating a review for you. The review probably, again, normally be about 20 minutes to half an hour, but I'll go in depth, talk to you about the top sort of 10 changes or nice additions that they've got. And at the moment, it's your companion to starting a Deathwatch chapter, or even if you wanted a little squad of like a kill team or something. Thanks ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.